Hey, how's it going? I got a game here of Domination on Resistance, and it's a pretty fun game as always because I do well. And the only time I end up dying is when I'm trying to kill myself after I get one MOAB because I end up getting two in this gameplay. And as you can see there, I start off by throwing that nade at that car, and if I spawn at C, I either go right and try and rush the stairs, or I throw a nade over near B next to that car because a lot of people head that way and it's probably going to blow up. But I wouldn't recommend going directly to B at the start unless you're just really want to cap that flag because you're probably going to die. This is ground war, and I'm playing by myself, which is typically what I play when I'm not in a party. And oh, watch this part right here. You can see I'm hiding from that predator missile and underneath the indestructible umbrellas, but it hasn't actually helped me that much because a lot of the times the predator just lands right next to me and I end up dying. But the weapon I'm using is the ACR with extended mags and a silencer, which for me right now is the easiest gun to use because I find that like the SCAR is good, but at longer ranges the ACR has superior accuracy. So typically when I'm in close quarters, uh, if I can hear them coming, which usually I do with sit rep, I can take them out, and at long ranges, the ACR is a little bit better than the SCAR. So I end up on my combat record, I have more kills with it. And right here, this guy, I'd killed him before, I killed him again right there, and he spawns again. I expect to spawn here, but he doesn't come right away. And here I'm like, okay, he's got to spawn again. And if you look at the mini-map, he showed up on my portable radar, and I could hear him, so I pick him up again. And it's really helpful to have sit rep there, which is how I got him that last time, because I heard him, and that's the same guy as Raider Nation. Sit rep's really helpful in pretty much any game type where, well, now that they've patched it so that you can hear people with dead silence, I think it's a little overpowered because you sort of have to crouch walk and like search and destroy, and because anyone can really hear you. And I don't know, I personally think that it's annoying when people with dead silence kill me, but I think it's balances out the game. But this part right here is definitely one of the places you want to be on this map, because even if you aim down sights, they'll still spawn there, and with Marksman Pro, or just Marksman in general, you'll be able to see them. And even if you aren't killing them, when you have your specialist bonus, and if you've unlocked Recon Pro, which just go into a game of Domination on Dome and you'll get a bunch of recon things. I got like 30 in one game, so it's not that hard to get. And so just get Recon Pro and Hardline Pro, and you can get a bunch of kills that way. But for my setup, I'm using the I'm starting off with Scavenger and Hardline and Stalker, and my first unlock is Sleight of Hand, and I get Sit Rep and Assassin, and I find this setup is definitely one of the best. Sometimes I switch out Sit Rep for Sleight of Hand in 6v6 game types, but in Ground War with 9 people, sometimes Sleight of Hand can come in handy. But with the extended mags, it's not as much of a problem. Right here, I'm close to the MOAB, and I know it. And I know they know I'm here also because I'm shooting with an unsilenced weapon. So I'm trying to stay up near the spawn, which is in the gift shop right now, but I don't want them to stun me like they did right there. So I had to push back, and I checked the scoreboard. I know I'm one off, so I just wait for this kid. And here comes my first. I know he's up. I know he's up here, so I'm just waiting for it. And if you look at the score right now, we have 122. So definitely, my first MOAB was slower than my second, And the reason being is that part I sped up in the middle was about, I don't know, maybe like 60 seconds of me not getting a kill. So, because when I was first playing this, I wasn't trying to get 2, I was just trying to get the first one. I had like 20 kills. I'm like, I'll just play it slow, play it safe. And I think that's the best way to get just 1 MOAB or 2 MOABs is to play it slow, because a lot of people think that you can get more kills if you're running around like crazy, and while it's true you can get a bunch of kills that way, it's more effective to just find places where the enemy's gonna be and then set up waiting outside their spawn, or predicting like where they're gonna go after they spawn. And right here I can see the mini-map, and I've seen these guys have just spawned here, so it's got to be a pretty good place to be. And I go up here hoping to do what I did last time and shoot them in that spawn over in between B and C. And if you're down on these steps here, they'll spawn over near C, but because they were spawning here, I didn't feel that it was necessary. You can get them to be closer to you, but typically that's when you just have, if you have A and B and they just have C, they'll go right on top of you, and it's a good way to pick up a bunch of kills. If you look at the mini-map, nobody on my team's over at A, and so I know that they have to be there, and you can see they cap it. So I'm trying to work my way up here. I'm trying to stay as calm as I can without like playing slow, but I want to stay like aggressive enough to get a bunch of kills. And I know the score is going down. I know I'm definitely close to my second MOAB, which would be really fun to get. So I'm just working my way here. This place, you're pretty much not going to die if you're head glitching up here and they come down the stairs. The only way they could possibly get you, or at least the only way I've ever been killed here, is like with a sniper, with assassin, and I can't see him back there. But typically you're going to be pretty safe. So the score right now, I'm like, I don't know, like 8 kills or maybe a little bit more off the MOAB, and I see this guy capping C, and I sort of wait for him to cap it because I want them to spawn here. But with 183 left, I realize that I just have to push up, and I have to risk it. And so, as you see, like right here, I'm like, oh god, I was so close, but I can't get it. And I look, and the whole team's right there. Even with like some sloppy aim, I still pick up like just a bunch of kills right here. I don't know. I think I only got like a double, but I got like 3 double kills. And I was like, yes! And I call in, that's my first MOAB that I'm calling in right now, because I wanted to call both of them in. And there's the second. And this part kind of, I guess, didn't really annoy me as much as I was like disappointed. Like after I call this in, we triple cap them. If we'd only, if we like hadn't triple capped them, even if they had like 1 flag, the second one I would have got the kills for it. But either way, it was definitely a good game, and it was fun. And you can see I pulled out my secondary, the MP9 Silence, definitely my favorite secondary. And that's the game. Thanks for watching. And I believe my final score, there it is, 51-1.